Hi, my name's Jane Hughes and I'm a lead client partner at SMRS. I've been working in the recruitment communications industry for nearly 25 years, and in recent years I've been involved in a number of employer brand projects for a huge range of organisations. Today I'm going to talk about the project I was involved in for London North West University Healthcare NHS Trust. This was the first project we, as an agency, had embarked on for an NHS trust, and it was a really interesting employer branding project to work on, but one where we faced some unique challenges along the way. The first was the length of the organisation's name, so from now on, I'll just refer to them as the Trust. The Trust is one of the biggest in the UK. When we started to work with them, they were a new trust that had been formed through the merging of several other trusts, which had created a huge organisation working across multiple locations. It was obvious that the opportunities this created for clinical and non-clinical professionals were limitless, but given where they were in the creation of the new trust's identity, they needed to find a way to capture and communicate this proposition clearly. For a bit of background, here's an indication of the scale of the trust. They employ over 9,000 people. They're based across 4 hospital sites and also provide community nursing services too. And they serve a population of over 1 million people who are based across 3 London boroughs. So the first challenge was to understand what the common themes were that unified an organisation that was geographically spread and carried with it the heritage of the old organisations that had come together to form this new trust. We wanted to know the qualities that everyone shared, the recurring reasons why people joined and stayed, the shared passion that united them, regardless of which part of the trust they worked in, the specialism that they belonged to, or whether they were on the front line of clinical services or behind the scenes. So, as we usually do, we started to engage with people from across the trust through a series of workshops and focus groups. That's where we faced our next challenge. What became apparent very quickly was that trying to get time with frontline colleagues was incredibly difficult. Their dedication to delivering the services their patients relied on meant that they simply couldn't spare the time away from their day-to-day responsibilities. But they were really keen to share their opinions, so we had to think on our feet and change tack. We ran a smaller number of focus groups, but created a trust-wide survey to support this, and it got huge levels of engagement. Across the trust, a similar story began to unfold. We uncovered that the trust is a place full of dedicated, caring staff, as you'd expect, a place where you can challenge yourself, that the world is your oyster in a trust of this scale. If you grab the opportunity with both hands, there's ample opportunity to develop. The pride in being part of the trust was tangible across all locations, specialisms, clinical, non-clinical, you could really feel it. Alongside the pride was an acknowledgement that it was tough. The financial challenges that the trust faced were felt from ground level up. Learning and development happened through necessity, as experience was gained through an all hands on deck mentality. But despite, or maybe because of the challenges, the work is incredibly rewarding. We took these findings and started to draw out what would become the trust's brand attributes, those key pillars that would set the trust apart from others. We needed to capture the essence of the trust, a place where people come together as one team, make a bigger impact on more lives, change worlds on their doorstep, and grab opportunities with both hands. The 7 attributes that underpin the trust's employer brand were size that matters, more impact on more lives, never standing still, being the person people stay for, changing worlds on our doorstep, grabbing it with both hands, and unity through challenge. These attributes allowed us to refine and substantiate the key reason that someone would join the trust and why those already there should stay. It was a 1,009,000 colleague reason, their size. What makes it stand out from other trusts is that it's a real behemoth of healthcare. There's more to grow and develop, more people to learn from, greater scope to make a difference, and all as part of one big team. And there's real heart. It's not just the warm, fuzzy feeling that goes with the territory when you're talking about working in healthcare, and specifically in the NHS. It was the visceral, pulse-quickening love for what they do. That's what sets this trust apart. They're wholehearted, not faint-hearted. Whether to each other or to their patients, the commitment here is wholehearted, but the scale of the challenge means it's not for the faint-hearted. Healthcare on this scale comes with challenges that need to be embraced every day. And this is a badge of honour that we used to bring the employer brand to life for everyone right across the trust. Whilst this united everyone, we still needed to differentiate the different areas of the trust to highlight the sheer volume of roles and scale of opportunity. We did this by creating a colour palette that gave each area of clinical and non-clinical specialism the recognition it deserves. And we brought this to life across a range of materials, both print and online. Across all materials, we created a headline structure based on real numbers drawn from right across the trust, clearly evidencing the scale of the operation and of the opportunity that's available wherever you look. All underpinned by the message that this is delivered by one team who come together every day to face the challenges that a trust of this size faces, and to do it with passion and with commitment, wholehearted, not faint-hearted. And when the brand launched, it had immediate impact. A 356% increase in applications in the first year, a 450% increase in appointments made at careers events where branded materials were used, and an increase across all metrics on social campaigns, including a 120% increase in appointments made. It was a fantastic project to be involved with, and unquestionably great client, unique challenges that meant we had to think on our feet, and great results too. Thanks very much for listening.